Talking about resonators in a bluegrass context, people will picture a square neck spider bridge dobro. Which is, of course, a resophonic guitar, but it's quite different and sounds different than the one I'm holding in my hands. This is a round neck single cone biscuit bridge resonator. But this video is not a comparison between a spider bridge or a biscuit bridge resonator. What I'm interested in is if I can play the acoustic guitars part on this here resonator in a bluegrass song. But before I cue the music, one quick disclaimer. Unfortunately, I don't have a Martin Dreadnought, so I can't compare this reso to the gold standard of bluegrass. People generally associate resonators with slide playing, and that is your only option on a square neck instrument, but it's not the case with a round neck resonator guitar. Bottleneck blues and finger picking blues is obviously the most familiar to our ears simply because majority of the players play those styles on these instruments, but you can play jazz, swing, bluegrass and basically anything on these guitars. The real question is if it sounds any good, and only you can decide that. But there's a few things I would like to suggest or offer to think about. First of all, resonators or the resonator sound is not alien to bluegrass because of dobro and banjo players. But on the other hand, most bluegrass outfits already have a banjo or dobro player, so your resonator might clash with those instruments sonically. It could sound really cool though if you play with another guitarist, for example, him or her playing a regular acoustic and you playing a resonator guitar. I would recommend everyone to check out Mike Downing's and Pat Donahue's DVD on homespun, 2 guitar jamming. They are playing in that configuration, so it demonstrates what you can do with those 2 instruments together rather well, and obviously you'll learn a lot of cool and musical things from the DVD. Now, I haven't been to that many parking lot picking circles in my life, but those couple of occasions that I have, I did notice that people didn't really appreciate my resonator being way louder than all the acoustic guitars. So if you wanna upstage everyone, by all means bring your resonator, but be prepared for a few angry looks. You will hear both instruments again in a minute back to back, playing a bit more chord-based bluegrassy stuff with no backing instruments. You'll also hear them raw without an EQ and then with some EQ, compression, reverb and that sort of stuff. By the way, for the intro I did EQ compress both of the tracks to sit better on the backing track, but now you'll hear them raw as well. It might help you make up your mind or decide which sounds better. But the last thing I want to mention, a resonator doesn't necessarily have to sound better to choose it over an acoustic guitar for a given song. Sometimes it's enough if it sounds really good or as good, but it brings something different to the table. And that might be the case with resonators. Don't just, I would say, dismiss them as a slide guitar. Try to use them on many different genres, and I think you'll be surprised how good they fit many different things.